Hello everyone, welcome to the Entre Report, your home for political news and current events. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscription button and notification bell so there's no miss any videos that are coming up in the near future. A key Democrat released a 591-page stimulus bill over the weekend. Time of the essence with this bill is an estimated of 11.4 million workers will lose their unemployment benefits. Now let's get into the specifics of the bill section by section. Section 1, stimulus checks. The House will provide direct payments worth up to $1,400 per person. A family of 4 could receive up to $5,600. Now, to qualify, individuals must be earning less than $75,000 a year, and for married couples earning less than $150,000 will set the full amount. But not everyone who received a previous stimulus check will be eligible for check this round. Payments will phase out faster and completely cut off individuals earning more than $100,000 and family earning more than $200,000. The payment will be calculated based on either the 2019 or 2020 income tax return. Unlike the previous two rounds, adult dependents will now be eligible for payments. Section 2, unemployment assistance. The House bill would extend 2 key pandemic unemployment programs through August 29th. It will also increase the federal weekly boost to $400 from the current $300 and continue it for the same time period. It will lengthen the duration of the pandemic unemployment assistance program up to 74 weeks from 50 weeks, and the pandemic emergency compensation program to 48 weeks from 24. The former provides benefits to freelancers, gig workers, independent contractors, and certain people affected by the pandemic, while the latter increases the duration of the payment for those traditional state employment system. The President's plan has called for continuing the benefits through the end of September. Section 3 will be housing aid. Legislation will roughly send $19.1 billion to state and local government to help low-income households cover back rent assistance, and utility bills. About $10 billion would be authorized to help struggling homeowners pay their mortgage, utilities, and property taxes. It will provide another $5 billion to states and localities to assist those at risk of experiencing homelessness. Tax credits for families and workers. This legislation beefs up tax credits for families and certain local income workers for 2021. In an effort to combat poverty, it would expand the child tax credit to $3,600 for children under 6 and $3,000 for children under the age of 18. The credit will also come fully refundable so more low-income parents can take advantage of it. Plus, families could receive payments monthly rather than a lump sum once a year, which would make it easier for them to pay bills. The bill enhances the earned income tax credit for workers without children by nearly tripling the maximum credit and extending eligibility to more people. The minimum age to claim childless credit will be reduced to 19 from 25, and the upper age limit would be eliminated. This would be the largest expansion to the earned income tax credit since 2019. Section 5, optional paid sick and family leave. Unlike Biden's proposal, the House bill would not reinstate mandatory paid family and sick leave approved in a previous COVID-19 relief package, but it does continue the tax credit to employers who voluntarily choose to offer the benefit through October 1st. Last year, Congress guaranteed many workers 2 weeks paid if they contracted COVID-19 or quarantine. It also provides an additional 10 weeks of paid family leave to those workers who were staying home with kids whose schools were closed. These benefits expired in December. Section 6, education and child care. This bill will provide nearly $130 billion to K-12 schools to help students return to the classroom. School will use the money to update their ventilation system, reduce class sizes to help implement social distancing, buy protective equipment, and hire support staff. It would also require schools to use at least 20% of the money to address learning loss provided by extended days or summer school, for example. The money is also intended to help prevent teacher layoffs next year when some states may be struggling to balance their budgets. The pot of money will remain available through September 2023. The Democratic bill is in line with Biden's proposal, but calls for 6 times the amount of K-12 funding that a compromise plan offered by a small group of Republican senators. The House bill now includes nearly $40 billion for colleges. Institutions would be required to spend at least half the money to provide emergency financial aid grants to students. Section 7, health insurance and subsidies and Medicaid. This bill will make federal premium subsidies for the Affordable Care Act more generous and will eliminate the maximum income cap for 2 years. Enrollees will pay no more than 8.5% of their income towards coverage, down from nearly 10% now. Also, those earning more than the current cap of 400% of the federal poverty level, about $51,000 for the individual and $104,800 for a family of 4 in 2021, will be eligible for help. In addition to the legislation will bolster subsidies for lower income enrollees, eliminating the premium completely, and will do the same for those collecting unemployment benefits in 2021. Section 8, more money for small businesses. This bill will provide $15 billion to the Emergency Injury Disaster Loan Program, which provides long-term, low-interest loans from the Small Business Administration. Severely impacted small businesses with fewer than 10 workers will be given priority for some of the money. It also provides $25 billion for a new grant program specific for bars and restaurants. Eligible businesses may receive up to $10 million and can use the money for a variety of expenses, including payroll, mortgage, rent, utilities, food, and beverages. The Paycheck Protection Program, which is currently taking applications for a second-round loans, would get an additional $7 billion, and the bill will make more nonprofits eligible. Another $175 million will be used to outreach and promotion, create a community navigator program to help target eligible businesses. Section 9, aid to states. The House legislation will provide $350 billion to state and local governments, as well as tribes and territories. States and the District of Columbia will receive $195.3 billion, while local government will be sent $130.2 billion to be divided evenly between cities and counties. Tribes will get $20 billion and territories will get $4.5. Additional assistance to states have been among the most controversial elements of the Congressional Rescue Package, with Democrats looking to add to the $150 billion in the March legislation, and Republicans are resisting such efforts. The December package ultimately dropped an initial call to include $160 billion. Section 10, vaccines and testing. The House bill will provide $14 billion towards research, development, distribution, administration, and strengthening confidence in vaccines. It would also put $46 billion towards testing, contact tracing, and mitigation, including investing in laboratory capacity, community-based testing sites, and mobile testing units, particularly in the medically underserved areas. It will also allocate $7.6 billion to hire 100,000 public health workers to support coronavirus response. The President's plan calls for investing $20 billion in the National Vaccination Program. Section 11, minimum wage. The legislation would increase the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025 in stages. It would also guarantee that tip workers, youth workers, and workers with disabilities are paid the full federal minimum wage. This will raise the wages of 27 million workers according to the Budget Committee.